Perhaps you feel stuck. You know what you want to do. In some cases, you know what you should do, but there's always something that gets in the way. You do feel stuck right now when you're trying to launch your course, you're trying to launch your coaching program, you're trying to grow your business. You're nervous about putting effort into a course that perhaps won't work. You know the tech is going to have you pulling your hair out and you're probably going to get confused and overwhelmed, so you don't even start it. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how you can overcome procrastination so you can finally start earning the revenue that you know you deserve in your business. So firstly, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Penberthy. I'm the founder of AdClients.com, where we help you create, launch, and scale your online courses and your coaching programs. And I'm pleased you're here. Chances are, if the title of today's video intrigued you and interested you, it's because perhaps you feel stuck. You do feel stuck right now when you're trying to launch your course, you're trying to launch your coaching program, you're trying to grow your business, but you're finding that procrastination keeps grabbing your attention. You keep getting distracted from the end goal. You know what you want to do. In some cases, you know what you should do, but there's always something that gets in the way, right? And what we end up doing is, a day turns into a week turns into a month sometimes turns into a year, and we're trying to set aside the time to work on our course or our coaching program, and we say Wednesday night. Wednesday is the day where I'm going to go ahead and work on my course and work on my funnel, work on my product. And Wednesday comes, guess what? Something distracts you, right? The family needs you, right? Get that. But then you do not find new time to go through your program or to start working on your program, or the internet in your house goes down, and so then you just kind of leave it again for another week or two, or something else comes up. There's always something, and we find excuses, we find reasons not to move forward. Now, the reason that that's happening, in most cases, is because you are nervous. You're nervous about putting effort into a course that perhaps won't work. You're nervous about building that sales funnel because you know the tech is going to have you pulling your hair out and you're probably going to get confused and overwhelmed, so you don't even start it. For some of you, don't even realize that you're doing this, right? You think that these things are popping up that are distracting you, but you're not looking back and realizing how long that's been going on for. Perhaps you go in and start working on your course or your program or your funnel or your ads for 10 minutes. Something distracts you, but it's a welcome distraction because this was seeming like it was going to be quite hard. I want to share with you in today's video a very simple but also helpful exercise that you can do right now that will hopefully help you past a big chunk of the procrastination that you are falling into. But first, I want to share this because this is really important. If you right now watching this, you know that you've got knowledge in your head. You know that you have some expertise, a skill, a passion that can help someone. Okay, if you know that other people are building a similar business to the one that you want to build, if you can see that someone else has launched a course very similar to the one that you would like to launch and they're making $10,000, $20,000 a month, if you know that you are wanting to launch a coaching program and you know that you've got the knowledge to be able to help the people that come into your coaching program, and there's other people, other coaches that are doing the same thing and making a very healthy income. Let's boil it down to this. If you know that it's 100% possible to make $10,000 a month with the idea that is in your head right now, you haven't built your funnels, or you have and you got stuck and then you don't move forward. Maybe you haven't quite got the idea out of your head onto paper. Maybe you've tried but it's not working and then you get distracted again. Whatever the reason is, if you know that you've got a $10,000 per month idea, do you realize every month that goes by where you do not learn the skills to be able to earn what you're worth, you're actually losing and wasting $10,000 a month? Think about it. If you could look into the future and you could see tangibly, 100% without a shadow of a doubt, you could look into the future, you knew that the idea that is lodged in your head right now is eventually going to be worth $10,000 a month. Once you get through your procrastination, once you start taking serious action, once you learn the skills to get this thing done and actually implement it properly, it's going to earn you a $10,000 per month income for your business. If you could see that, categorically, no question. Now, in the present moment, you would realize that every single month that goes by, you are losing and wasting $10,000. Why do we not think like this just on the regular? It's because we can't tangibly see that result. We think it might be possible, but we doubt the idea. And so we just keep going through, turning weeks into months, months into years, where we're not getting this thing done. Okay? You've got to stay locked in to what you know is possible. And if you look at that end result, you won't settle for procrastinating week on week, month on month, because you're not only sacrificing revenue for you and your family and the people around you, but you're also doing a disservice to those people that need your help. If there are people out there in the industry that you know are getting sucked into other training programs, other coaching programs that you know is not as good as what you could teach them, you're actually doing them a disservice by not giving them the chance to hear about you and come into your world. So what's this exercise that might help you, okay? Well, it's this. There's two things we need to do. The second is set a date. We have to set a date for when we're going to perform the action that we know we need to do, or that we're going to get something built or created by. Maybe that is launching your course. You're going to set a date to launch it. Maybe that is building your sales funnel and having it done by. You're going to set a date. If that's launching your Facebook ads or YouTube ads, you're going to set a date. If that's to land your first client, you're going to set a date that you are going to stick to. Now that's the second point. But we do not go to that one first. There's something we must do ahead of that. And that's because if we jump straight to setting a date, guess what? It's flaky, it's flat. We're gonna go, okay, right, yep, Thursday of next week, that's the one, I'm gonna get it done. If we do it like that, it has no backing. There's no fire behind it. And so we'll get to Thursday and we'll push it back again and again and again. So there's something that we need to do as step one, and that is remind ourselves why we want to do this. We have to write it down. We have to, in this very moment, remind ourselves why we're doing this, who it's going to impact, how it's going to impact, and using that as fuel and fire, then we set a date. We set an intentional date right off the back of lighting ourselves up again and reminding ourselves why we're doing this. So there's three categories. You can write a simple sentence for each of these, but there's three categories that I want you to write down on a piece of paper right now. The first is, how is this going to impact you? If you do launch that course, if you launch that funnel, if you launch those ads, if you launch that coaching program, if you get it done and it's successful, which is the aim and where we will get to, okay, how's it going to impact you? Think about what your financial goal is. Is it to make $10,000 a month, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000? Doesn't matter what your goal is. What's the financial goal that you're shooting for? Write that down. Now, what else is it going to do for you in your life? Perhaps it's freedom. Right? Perhaps it's the freedom to do what you want to with your day, or to spend your time however you want to, whatever it is. Like, what is it going to do for you? That's one. The second thing is, what is it going to do for those that it can help? Your students, your clients, your customers. How are they stuck? What pain are they feeling right now that you know your solution can help them with? Can help them out of that place? And write that down. Write down, I will help people to get out of that situation and into this. I'll help people finally feel good about themselves and confident. I'll help people to build the business of their dreams without wasting money. Write down, what is it that you are going to do? Who is it going to help? And how's it going to impact them? Freshly remind yourself of that. The third category is, how is it going to affect those around you? If you launch this thing and it's successful, what's it going to do for your spouse, right? Maybe they get to spend a bit more time with you. Maybe they get a better version of you because you're not as stressed, you're not as worried about, your finances and whatever. So now they actually get a better version of you. Maybe you get to show up for your kids better. Maybe you get to show up for the people around you. Maybe you're a better friend, right? Like, what is it going to do? How's it going to ripple out and affect those around you? Write that down, okay? How is it going to affect you? How's it going to affect your potential clients? And how's it going to affect those around you? And once you have, typed out or written out those three things, then look at it for a moment. Let it sink in, and now choose a date. Intentionally choose a date that you're going to get that thing done off the back of this fire that you've just lit under your butt. So that is how we can get over procrastination. Is this a bulletproof process? Perhaps not, but I think for some of you, you'll find this very helpful, and every single one of you should at least give it a go, because if it has a 20% chance of helping you hit that next date and actually get it done, it's worth doing. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button on this video, drop me a comment. Let me know, what is that main thing that you find gets you hung up from not taking action and procrastinating? Let me know. Is there something that repeatedly comes up I'd love to know what that is. It'd be super helpful for me to know. Drop a comment. Also, just let me know what you thought of this video. Make sure that you're subscribed to our channel. I put out a couple new videos like this every single week that I think you'll find very, very helpful. So subscribe, turn on the bell notification. And finally, if you've been watching me for any time at all now here on the channel, if you're on my email list, if you've seen my stuff and you feel like you're getting closer to that point where you realize I should probably just work with John and his team in a coaching capacity. They've got the results I want. They understand how to do this stuff. It's time that I invest in myself in that way. Then check us out. There's a link in the description box and a top comment to a page that will let you know a bit about the coaching opportunities that we have and the chance to speak with someone on my team to see if that would actually be a good fit for where you are right now, your goals, where you're stuck, and see if we can help you to hit those goals. So do check that out as well. And with that, I'll see you in a future video.